Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. And today I am going to talk about how to apply for DV lottery or green card visa. So as you are aware, the DV 2023 registration period is open. It's opened on October 6th, 2021, and it will close November 9th, 2021. So from my experience, the earlier you apply is better than waiting until the last day, because the last day usually the system gets too much traffic and you may not be able to apply on the last day. That's November 9th, 2021. Okay, straight to what I'm going to talk about today. Okay, requirements. For you to apply for green card, you need to have an international travel passport, which is not expired. That's number one. Number two, you need to have a passport size photograph. The size is usually 2 inches by 2 inches, and I'll tell you in maybe another video how to take that good photo using even your phone. Number three, you need to have at least high school education or an equivalent of 2 years of work experience within the last 5 years. I must say that most people qualify based on high school education. At least high school education, that's what it means. That means that's the least you need. So you can have more, you can have a degree, you can have a master's, PhD, that's good. Number four, you must be a citizen of an eligible country. Most countries like in Africa are eligible still, except I think Nigeria and I don't know which other country. So, but I can give you a link later on where you can check if your country is eligible to participate in DV lottery. Number five, you need to have your own email address. I must stress that you need to have your own email address. It's so easy to create an email address. Actually, it takes like 2 minutes. So this is to avoid future problems with somebody. If you use somebody's email and then if something is sent to their email and they don't want to give you, and you need that to proceed, then you may have to pay them money or something, and that's how people make money, and we don't want that. The main purpose of this video is to help you apply for the green card by yourself without even going to a cyber or using somebody else. Okay, where do I apply? There is only one place to apply for green card, like it's online. And this is the website. The only website to apply for green card is www.dvlottery.state.gov. It has to end with gov. If you find anything that has .com, .org, .edu, that's not valid. This is the only website where you can apply for the DV lottery or the green card. And you can apply using your phone if you are able to use WhatsApp. That means your phone can actually get to this link, and then you can apply by yourself. It's so easy. Nobody needs to complicate anything. So you apply online. When do I apply for DV 2023? As I said, for DV 2023, they opened on October 6th, 2021 at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Eastern time is the New York time in the US. So depending on where you are in the world, you can see your time. But anyway, it's open now as I post this video, and it will close November 9, 2021 at 12 p.m. Eastern time on the US. So That it will differ depending on which country you are. When will the results for DV 2023 come out? After you have applied, you have to wait until May 8, 2022. That's next year, May 8. That's when you will start checking your results. And I must say that the first day, that's May 8, is gonna be hard to find your results because a lot of people are anxious, they want to check. So you may have to wait 2-3 days or log in or try it odd hours at night or something like that for you to be able to see results. But the results will remain until September 30th, the following year. That's 2023. So you have like more than a year to check your results. You don't have to hurry to check it or anything. How to fill the DV online form. This is the most important part that some people find issues, and some people put the wrong information, which later on becomes hard to rectify. And so it is so easy to fill the form online. What do you need? We said already you need your passport, which is valid. You need your photograph, which is usually less than 6 months old. And among the rest of the things that I said earlier on. So number one, what you'll fill is your name. Under your name, it needs you to fill, the first name you fill there is your last name or your family name. Some people call it your father's name, depending on which country you come from. That's the first name there that you put. The second name is your first name. Some people call it Christian name or those names, but whichever name is your first one, that's the one you put second. And then you put your middle name if you have one. Some people don't have the middle name, so you can leave that blank. So how do you enter your name? You need to have a passport, as I said, a travel passport. And on your passport, it shows your names. So please enter your name exactly as it appears on your passport. Please enter your name exactly. If it is misspelled, if it's whatever is on the passport, please enter it as it looks on your passport. Number two is your gender. Most people are either male or female. That's so easy. You just check the male or female. You know who you are. That is the person who is applying, the principal applicant. You know, if you are applying, applying for a family, that means you are a man, woman, and children, for example. This can be if the lady is the one applying, then that's the female. If the man is the one applying for the family, that's the male. Whoever is applying for the family is called the principal applicant. That's when you have a family. So whoever is applying for the rest of the people is the principal applicant, and that's the gender he puts. If it's the male one, he puts male or female. Okay, date of birth. Please enter your date of birth as it appears on your passport. Passport is very important at this point before you start anything online. So you enter the day, like I can enter like the 25th, you just put 25, the month, you scroll down, maybe February, the year, maybe 1950 or 1980. Or remember, you must be a certain age to apply for green card. So we'll talk about that too. But I assume you are an adult already, 18 years or older, for you to qualify to apply for green card. Number 4, enter the city where you were born. You know, most cities, some countries have like one city. So what they mean here is actually just enter your place, the name of your place of birth as it's shown on your passport. And the city where you were born, please enter the name of the place where you were born as it's shown on your passport. So easy like that. Number 5, country where you were born. Can be Uganda, Nigeria, use the name of the country that is currently in use. Some countries have changed their names. So use the name that your country is your country is using right now when you are applying for the green card. Most countries have the same names, have remained for long, so that should not be so hard to fill. That's number 5. Number 6 is country of eligibility for the DV program. For most people, number 6, the answer to number 6 is same as number 5. If you entered Nigeria in number 5, or if you entered Uganda in number 5, then even in number 6, you put Uganda because that's the country where you are. So most times, number 6 and number 5 is the same. So it's so easy. Number 7. Number 7, you are supposed to enter the passport number as it appears on your passport. Remember, you have a passport at hand and you just copy the number as it appears there. It usually has a letter followed by like 7 or 8 or 9 numerals. So enter it as it appears. Enter the country of insurance, which country issued you the passport. Is it Ethiopia? Is it? Enter it right there. So country of insurance is usually same as number 6, which is your country of eligibility, which is also same as number 5, which is the country where you were born, if you are in the same country. And mostly you can't have a passport of a certain country if you are not a citizen of that country. So yeah, enter everything as you see it. Also enter the expiration date. As I said, the passport must be valid. Don't use an expired passport. Use a passport that is valid at least for 6 months from the time you use it. So if you have more questions about that, feel free to comment and reach us and I can assist you where I can. Number 8, entrant photographs. Entrant photographs, if you are a single, if you are a one person, that's your photograph. That's the passport photograph that I talked about, which is size 2 by 2. If you are a family, this is the photograph of everybody in your family. That's your photograph, your wife's or your husband's and your children's photographs. So you need those. But I must stress that for number 7, the only person, let me go back to number 7, the passport. The only person who needs a passport number and all those things is the principal applicant. If you are a family, the person who is applying for others is the only one who needs a passport. Let's say it's a man, a husband of the house. Then it's the only one who needs a passport. So the wife and the children don't need a passport, but they will need photographs. If it's a woman who is the principal applicant who wants to apply for her family, that means for her husband and children, then she's the only one who needs that passport. So let's be clear on that. But still, if you have a passport and all of your passports, still is okay, but only one passport will be used. That's the passport of the principal applicant, the person applying for the others. Number 8, entrant photographs. I've said you need photographs of every single person who is applying or who you are applying for, whether it's 1-day-old kid, they will still need a photograph. Whether it is 18-year-old kid, they will still need a photograph. Here, if your child is more than 21 years old, then that's not a child anymore. Don't include them there. Your child is anybody who is your biological child or adopted child who is less than 21 years old. Number 9, mailing address. That is in care of, you may leave it blank or put your name there. Address, line 1, put something, it's going to be a PO box 33 something. Address, line 2, you may leave that blank, you don't have to fill anything. Then it is also another line saying a city or a town, district, country, province. Just put how you usually put your address. Usually it is this town or district. Put the name of the district there. Postal code, you know that, like 5 digits, put it there. Country, put the country there, your country there where you are applying from. Number 9, country where you live today. This is so easy, same as number 6, same as number 5, usually for most people. But if you have gone out of your country, you have gone maybe to some other place for work or something, put that country where you are on that day that you are applying. Phone number is optional. You can put your phone number or not. Usually they don't put a plus sign there. You just start with the 3-digit country code, I guess. Then you continue with other numbers. Otherwise, you can just leave that blank. It doesn't have much to do with this DV. Email address, that's number 11. You need to have your own email address to which you have direct access anytime, and to which you will continue to have direct access at least through May of the next year. Don't use anybody else's email address, use your own. Still, I said it takes like 1 or 2 minutes to make your own email, like on Gmail. So if you know how to do things online, if you know how to chat on WhatsApp and all that, so you should, I guess if you need help, get your friend or somebody you trust, create an email address. And please create it before you even start applying for your DV, for your green card. It's better that way. So number 11, that's where you put your email address, your own email address. Number 12, they need you to enter the highest level of education you have achieved as of today. What's today? The day you will be applying for the green card. If your highest education is high school, scroll down to high school. If it is vocational school, scroll down to vocational school. If it's some university courses, put that. If it's university, put that. Now, I must stress here, what did we say? For you to qualify for green card, you must have at least high school or equivalent. So from these options here, that means you must have from option 3 and above. If you put some high school, no diploma, some countries call it certificate. So like, yeah, so if you put primary school only, that means you have, well, you didn't have to apply because you are already disqualified because you don't have one of the requirements of having at least high school education, high school certificate or diploma. So here, assume you qualify, so you put either high school or some university courses or university degree or doctorate, master's, or those. Also for vocational school, it is questionable to vocational school because some vocational school don't meet, some of them, they don't meet the qualification of at least high school. So it's better to put high school and you need to have done that or to high school or university or those other qualifying ones. That's number 12. Be true. If you have a university degree, put a university degree. Current, number 13, current marital status. You are either not married or you are married and your spouse is not in the US, or you are married and your spouse is in the US, or you are widowed, or you are divorced, or you are legally separated. So you know your marital status. Unmarried, the other name of unmarried is single. If you are a single, just put unmarried. If you are married, then select the right option there. Number 14, number of children. If you have any children, you know how many children you have. Whether you stay with those children, if they are yours, whether you don't stay with them, you still need to enter how many children you have. If you have any. If you don't have, you put 0. If you have 1, you put number 1. If you have 2, number 2. If you have 10, you put number 10. Then another page will open next to ask you about those children. Remember, a child under the US law is anyone who is not married and who is under the age of 21. If your child is 22 years old, then that's not a child. You don't need to include them here. If it's anybody less than 21, whether it's 1 day old, include them here. Whether they live with you or they don't, whether you wanted them to come to the US with you if you are selected or not, they still are your children, so you still need to put them there. That's being true to yourself, so to avoid future issues. They can be your natural children, that means your biological children. They can be your legally adopted children, or they can be even your stepchildren. If you're married and your spouse had children when you married them, those are still your children. Those are your stepchildren, so you still put them here. You put the number, you count all of them, you put the number here. Then the next page will open, where you will put their names, date of birth, their gender, where they were born, the country where they were born, and all those details. Thank you for listening to us today, and please subscribe, like, share, comment, and if you have a question, please comment below. I'll come up with another video explaining how to take a photograph, a DV photograph, that 2x2 inch photograph, and to address another questions that we come up with. Thank you and have a nice time.